Your God doesn't judge you on whether you're good or bad. It's all on how gullible you are. It doesn't matter how evil you are. All sins can be forgiven if you but believe.
Absolutely.
But if you don't believe, then it doesn't matter how good you are. Because the only sin that will not be forgiven is the sin of disbelief. Gullibility is the sole criteria for redemption. If I love sin,
The speaker's assessment highlights an established flaw in the doctrine of salvation that is seen within Christianity. It points out that the emphasis of faith over deeds can lead to a narrowed understanding of morality and accountability in reference to actions committed with a clear mind, but its cosmic punishment is dependent on faith to save the eternal soul. Now, this perspective of faith over deeds raises valid concerns about what fairness and justice is within a social system, where a person's eternal fate hinges solely on their professed belief, regardless of their actions. One instance that supports this criticism is the parable of the laborers in the vineyard. In this story, workers who labored for varying amounts of time were all paid the same wages, regardless of the duration of work they put in. Now, this parable can be interpreted as suggesting that salvation is available to all those who believe, regardless of their past actions or the extent at which their commitment to living a righteous life is validated. Another instance that we all know is the life of Jeffrey Dahmer, who was a renowned serial killer who committed hideous crimes, but yet believed that at the end his life is going to be saved just because he believed in the concept of Christ at the end rope of his life. This whereby excludes him from the punishment of eternal damnation. Now, within the African context, forgiveness of faith does not exclude punishment and accountability. Now, this becomes the bedrock on which our social system was structured as a way to demoralize other individuals from engaging in socially unacceptable behaviors. While in Christianity, it creates rooms for repetitions that are hinged on the concept of forgiveness and eternal salvation based on the simple fact of belief. Now, this criticism validates the potential moral hazards that is inherent in a belief system that places a disproportionate emphasis on faith while downplaying the significance of ethical behaviors and personal responsibility. It also suggests that such a doctrine could inherently incentivize moral laxity, as individuals may only prioritize the outer profession of faith over genuine inner transformation and moral integrity as witnessed within the concept. And this is why we could categorically state that corruption is more prominent in this modern African society than it was.